I always forget that now with this I have to change the setting on this one to go live, but recording at the same time. All right. Hey guys, welcome to Vanishing Gates.
Welcome.
I'm Jay, your host into the strange and the unexplained, and I am joined as usual by.
The Schrodinger's Jack.
Okay, that's a new one.
You never quite know if I'm going to be here when you turn the show on.
It's a legit statement.
So it's kind of Schrodinger.
All right, so you want to kick off the cigar of the show?
If I could, a Sereno 20th anniversary, which I do not suggest.
Yeah, it's a Maduro, and normally I'm a big fan of the Maduros.
Oh yeah, huge fan of Maduros.
This is not a very good Maduro. It's a really hard to light cigar, packed a little thick.
Requires way too much to light it, and winds up causing fucking tongue burn.
I think it's probably just wet tobacco, and then not as thick as it should be, so you're getting the tongue burn off it. You're having to overlight to get it good.
All up. I need to remove this tag from my delicious artisan orange water.
Mm-hmm. I hope everyone had a hoppy Easter. Yeah, that's right. I fucking said hoppy Easter. Ours is good. It's decent. Did some rolling.
It's fun.
Goofed around with the kids. It was fun.
God, I got kneed the nuts, and then I got kicked in the nuts.
Yeah,
it was a grand day.
It was a
grand day for my testicles. Happy day for Jack's testicles. Everybody wants to know about that, though. That's what everybody was curious about. No one was just
people tune in the show specifically to hear about your boys.
That's all they want to do. They're just
I'm pretty sure it's inaccurate.
You're sure?
I hope so. All right, so we do have a listener story submitted to us a week or two ago. I just haven't had time yet to read it. So you want to read this one there, Jack?
Gosh.
Our first, in a while. We don't get them as often as I'd like, man. I'd love to just do, like, a chunk of a show, just listener stories.
Oh, God.
This is emailed to us from Nina.
It's not.
Orange soda and that cigar? Yeah, I wouldn't assume so. All right, so go ahead.
Fucking bastard for drinking that. Anyways, it's orange artisan water, thank you. Orange artisan water. It was the summer of '96, or better referred to. Don't start with me, okay?
Do you want me to read it?
I fucking hate reading this. No, hold on, I got this. It was the summer of '96, or better referred to as the summer of hell. I can't help but to blame myself after all. After all. I've watched plenty of horror movies to know all the basic rules, but even then I ignored the most important one. Bridget and Chet, what's up? And James, what's up, dude?
Hey, guys.
I was young and curious, so attracted to anything horror. I played with a spirit board by myself, and if that wasn't enough, I had chanted spells that I found in a spell book written in another language. That's not a good idea, first off.
Yeah, legit. Not a good idea.
Don't even guess. Don't speak any language. Okay, I'm just going to say this. Don't speak any language, because you might accidentally cast a spell. So just don't sign language either.
You want to finish the story before we start?
Sorry, yes.
Making jokes?
Sorry, I was going off on that one. It's my bad. Frustrated what I thought was a complete fail since nothing had happened, I continued on with this dangerous combo. A few days had passed and things began to change. I started hearing strange sounds. For each night that went by, the evil entity became more aggressive. Yeah, I'm not reading this very well.
Okay, I'll do it. Some call it sleep paralysis, but I know it was an evil force holding me captive. I can hear the growling in my ear and the voices as it whispers to me, calling out my name. I was terrified. I fought so hard to have just enough courage to open my eyes, and then the fear would strike again when I would witness with my own eyes a hooded shadow figure by my bed and shadow figures darting in and out of the wall while calling my name. It was getting worse. I can now feel it touching me. It actually touched my foot. It wouldn't let me sleep, and it was as if it was getting stronger. I was so scared, and knowing it was my fault, I didn't want to tell anyone, especially my father. All my family had warned me about tampering with spirit boards. I no longer felt safe in my own home, and every chance I got, I tried to go somewhere hoping that this thing wouldn't follow me. I distinctly remember several occasions where the evil had followed me. My aunt had asked me to stay with her and her family during the week to babysit my little cousin while she worked. I had fallen asleep. Something had disturbed my sleep. I opened my eyes to the light above me flickering on and off. I immediately left the bedroom and fell asleep on the couch for the rest of the night. Another night I'd experienced the exact same thing. But this time, as I had left the room, I heard whispering coming from my cousin's bedroom, which was located right next to the living room. Confused and terrified, I started to wonder if it was my cousin that I had been babysitting, only to find out later today that he was sleeping with his parents' room, in his parents' room, with his parents' room the entire. I think she meant in the parents' room the entire night. I knew I had to dispose of the board, and when I did, I heard a voice later that night say, "I will come back." Eventually, we moved, and I began to feel safe again. The activity still happens from time to time. I realized later that this thing wasn't a part of the house. I summoned it, and it is attached to me. I thought I was losing my mind until one day my older cousin had visited. She also is a believer who's had her own personal experiences. We were exchanging stories of strange events, and she distinctly heard heavy breathing coming from upstairs. We both looked at each other, and she noticed my dog turn towards the direction of the stairs, and she heard it too. She had lived there prior to me, and stated that she's never heard that during the time of residency here. So, that's a pretty good story. I would like updates. Had one say that it... Oh, there's more to the story here in the email. So I asked in the email, let me know as it quieted down. And said it quieted down. The last occurrence I had was a couple of years ago. Just had my son, he was in his crib in my bed, when a hooded shadow figure walked in front of the TV and into the wall. So, yeah, thank you again for sharing that. That was awesome. Interesting story. Please keep us up to date on if any more occurrences happen.
Yeah.
And everybody, if you have stories of the unexplained or know someone that does, please have them send their stories to us via email. Or, if they'd rather tell a story on, we can probably make that work too.
Yeah, definitely send something in. I mean, you can have Jay read it because Jack is really bad at it.
No, you did fine.
I can't. It was just the angle. Like I was trying to read it from this weird angle, and I was like,
monitor. I haven't reset the studio all the way yet, so we're still dealing with some weird.
You know what we need is not big TVs. What we
that's
need
that's a load of crap.
What we need is computer monitors.
No, televisions are fine.
Look, 2 computer monitors
Big
sitting here would be better than
TVs.
this. Okay, I'm just saying right now.
Bridget's schizophrenia. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I didn't have any kind of ability to divine that situation.
Yeah, we didn't really ask. Seems rude. Speaking of which,
we're not all doctors, Bridget. Jesus, we're soon.
I don't know if you know this or not, but if you talk to someone on a dating app, it's apparently very rude to ask them if they're a catfish.
First off,
I found that out firsthand.
Am I being catfished?
that was one of those things I asked. I was like, "Are you sure you're who you say you are?"
Jack should read in a movie phone voice.
Oh God, I don't think
it's just going to end up sounding like something from fucking NPR. Guarantee it.
NPR.
Okay, that was
welcome to the show.
Okay, that wasn't too bad.
Vanishing Gates live and terribly bad with Jack currently.
So you wanted to talk about moving on. You wanted to talk about something specific. This is your idea, so I'm going to let you kick it off.
Okay. Well, I actually kind of want to discuss I don't think we've ever really tapped too much into it, but talk about people who do creepypasta readings and they do true ghost videos and things like that. Like, is that? I guess this is kind of more like a discussion about it because I want to talk what you think about it. I want to hear your opinion. Maybe in chat if you guys could let us know what you think. But I really don't think that true ghost videos are actually a good thing.
What do you mean, like true ghost videos?
Like those I don't want to say anyone specific because I actually watch these guys because I find stuff that's horror interesting because it's about entertainment. But is it good?
Well, are we talking about horror or the paranormal? Because there's a difference there, buddy.
Paranormal, like the true ghost videos, like real ghosts, things like that, like tagging at this.
It's different.
Like, is that a good thing? Really? Like, that's my thought. Is I don't think it's a good thing because I mean,
why would it not be a good thing?
Well, because you're just tagging things as real without any proof. I mean, it's a video, yeah, but you have no idea if that's real. You're just saying this is what I believe to be real.
Okay, so you're talking about
saying
guys
it is
like
real.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. Don't sue me. I'm a fan of your channel, Danger Dolan.
Yeah, I love Danger Dolan. Oh my God, he's awesome.
Awesome voice.
Great,
you guys check out his
video.
channel and definitely give him some love and tell him we sent you.
Oh yeah.
But he does a lot of those videos, compilation list videos, and he often tackles unexplained phenomenon.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's just videos that are questionable. I think this is what you're getting at. These videos are pretty questionable in altogether, and he kind of approaches it as though it's true because he's told it's true.
Yeah.
Now, if you're told it's true, taking it at face value by whoever sent it, fine, I get that. But there's a difference between that and the people that are straight up posting the videos of their own stuff that may or may not be real. There's a few people out there. I can't name any of them off the top of my head that have been caught straight up faking evidence.
Oh, there's some famous ones that have been caught
Like,
faking evidence, and that's not even like.
I did an investigation not
common.
too long ago. I'll talk to you about it later because I'm not going to get into the details on the show. Did an investigation, and the person sent me evidence later after me not finding anything, and it was obviously fake. So I'm not going to post that ever.
I kind of want to see it now myself, though.
I deleted it. It wasn't. It was so obvious. It was kind of heinous to me. I was kind of frustrated. Someone thought I was that fucking stupid.
Well, you know, the one I want to talk about is, and I know you don't want to get sued, quite boy, but this is an opinion. You can't get sued for having an opinion. That's the fun part about this.
Yes, you can.
God, not as I say, if it's exact, it's my opinion of the situation and my belief. Okay, you can't fucking do that. It's not like I'm saying that this is the absolute truth, the end all be all. But I want to talk about actually before we get too much into like the individual creators, we're going to talk about ghost hunters.
Okay, well, ghost hunters they're a strange breed for sure, and I don't have any problem with them. I'm talking about folks that are always out there. Are you talking about the TV show Ghost Hunters?
Yeah, I'm talking about the TV show.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to say anything negative about them. I know people that had been on the show have come out and said that some things were exaggerated.
I mean, well, actually, what I was going to say wasn't necessarily just outright. What was not
that
outright.
Said, guys, it's fucking Hollywood. They got to do that for entertainment purposes. It's not.
Well, I mean, inevitably you do. I mean, here's the thing, though. You got to think about Ghost Hunters. How many episodes didn't have anything? Probably the vast majority didn't have.
The vast majority didn't
anything.
Have anything that was really.
But you watched because it was interesting. Even just the process was interesting. So that's what I say about that is it's a good show, and it was entertaining. The thing is when I think it was Jason Hawes or whatever, he left the show. I think he left the show for his family or something. I can't remember exactly why. But
the other guy left to start a video game company or something.
Yeah. Well, when he left, that's when things started going south. That's from what I heard from the rumors was that. He was keeping it straight and trying to and shooting straight because he was the predominant skeptic who ran things, and then when he left, his partner who was second in command started kowtowing to he
wasn't second in command,
corporate end
partners.
Well, yeah, but his
I don't know.
His partner started kowtowing. He wouldn't do it, but
I don't know. I wouldn't say that.
But you could definitely say, like, if you watch the earlier episodes, you can see a massive difference.
Maybe he just lost interest when his best buddy decided not to do the fucking show with him anymore.
That's probably what it is. I mean, you look at things like South Park. South Park had that happen when they were both going to quit.
And by the way, he's still very involved in the paranormal community.
Well, yeah, I mean,
very involved. And he seems like a very
that's
person.
In chat, Bridget. That's not Ghost Hunters. That's Ghost Adventures. Zach Baggins is Ghost Adventures.
Oh, yeah.
And I actually like Zach Baggins.
I'm having a hard time seeing it over my little casket sitting here. I should probably move that so I can see over the
It's become
tower.
An issue for you, I see.
I know. I need to, like I said, I need to open
Why
the
don't you just have one of these over here and one of those over there?
That's the plan. But I have these little tables that I have, the one outside there.
I'm
going to replace those with that.
I mean, why don't you just drag one of these over here and then drag that one full screen above?
Because I don't trust having these thin things holding my monitors up that tall alone.
Okay, so
anyway,
we're about to teach Jay something real quick about computers because Jack is not talking about moving the TVs. He's talking about moving the window, the OBS window over to this and then full screening that one on that.
Because let me just do it like this, where I can actually do it. There we go. There. Now I can actually see the chat. Jesus. Does that make you feel happy, Sparky?
That works.
Is that better for you? Can we talk about this topic now?
Perfect.
Jesus.
Yes. Anyway, so Ghost Hunters, what I was saying was you can actually see, and I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like you can really see a difference in how they're portrayed and how they do things from season 1 to their last season. And I don't know if they're still on or not. I don't know if they still exist.
I haven't watched any for a long time. It's been many years since I've had any kind of cable television.
Yeah.
And unless it's on like the Netflix or the Hulus or
if it's on the Hulus or the Netflix,
the ones I have to pay for, but it's still cheaper than having cable. Yeah.
You're only like a few years older than me. Don't talk like you're 600, okay?
Dude, I was born before CDs. I don't want to hear it.
You know what? I'm old, but I'm
You're
like,
just decrepit. Anyway,
true.
continue with this
That's
topic.
true.
We're rabbit trailing again.
Yes, we always rabbit trail. That's the point. Anyways. No, you can definitely see like a difference in how they do things from the beginning to their last season. Is they started fighting things a lot more, and it became a lot more convoluted, in my opinion. because they weren't doing what I assume was real research, because they got caught. And what happened was one of the dudes, there was someone who'd watched it and they dissected it on YouTube, and you can see he gets pulled by his jacket, and you can see his hand move something in his pocket at the exact same moment that happened.
That's a different guy. There's a YouTube guy. I'm not gonna say who he is because I can't fucking remember off the top of my head. But he's been caught in a lot of shit.
No, I'm not talking about the YouTube guy.
I'm talking about the guy
Ghost
yanked
Hunters.
off the screen. It's quite obvious that it happened with some mechanical.
Well, no, I'm talking about the guy on Ghost Hunters, one of the main dudes. I can't remember the two main dudes. Yeah, no, he got caught. And what happened was, it was like something grabbed the neck of his jacket, but what had actually happened was there was something in his damn pocket that pulled, and it was like a string.
You're talking about a YouTube guy that tried to debunk it by saying he stuck his hand in the pocket at the same time as this happened. This guy has no way to prove that's actual what happened.
I mean, come on, it's way too obvious. If you watch the video, it is obvious.
Okay, but I've seen a lot of YouTube debunkers try to debunk stuff and just claim it was debunked, when really there's a lot of room for error, dude. A lot. I mean, we still have people that think the Patterson-Gimlin footage is real.
How do you know it's not real?
Because fucking guy came out and said he was the dude in the fucking suit.
So fucking what? He wasn't fucking famous, was he? So he wanted to get famous.
Because the guy that made the suit came out and fucking said he made the suit.
Really?
Yes.
Well, why couldn't the people from Disney and stuff like that have made that suit? That's what they were talking about. Like, that's the way they said it was so realistic. It's because the people at Disney and like real studios who do this for real fucking money.
The only person that said it was a guy that did Planet of the Apes makeup, and that's not the most impressive fucking special effects I've ever seen. No, I know dudes that can make that shit in their garage right the fuck now.
Disney Studios said they couldn't have done
bullshit.
Yeah, I know, dude.
Actually, I know guys that could do that shit in their garage with shit they got in their garage right now.
I could fucking not do that ever, and I am a genius at all times.
The only real question, well, first of all, they talk about the way they walk. A human couldn't do that. That's a load of horse shit. A human can do that if you're tall and ganky, like the guy that came out and said a big fucking gorilla-looking dude even has the same body ratios. And what's his face was a known con artist.
Well, yeah, I know. Yeah, that's true.
And a known forger. Like the guy was well known to fake shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Fine.
Now I had
killing it.
I talked to the guy from Blue Mountain Bigfoot last week, I think it was. Mm-hmm. A really great guy. I think he believes in the Patterson-Gimlin footage is real. I have a hard time with it for a lot of reasons. To me, I mean, if it's real, it's the greatest evidence ever filmed, period.
Do you know why people want to believe in it, though?
And there's it just happens to be the last part of the film they had available on their film equipment. And so they didn't get any more than that. Come on.
Yeah, bullshit. You don't go into the wilderness filming to be like, oh, hey, look.
Well, they weren't filming. I don't think, because I've heard conflicting stories. Some said that they were out there to find Bigfoot, and some say they were just out there to film shit. And that becomes a problem.
I guess that's a good argument at that point. Trying to say something, but I mean, come on, it's just way too damn obvious it's not real. I mean, God, at what point do people just say, "Look, I believe in this because there's nothing else. Well, there'd be nothing else to say it's real."
There has been some footage that looks pretty legit.
Oh God,
Sasquatch.
I saw one.
The one that was shot up in the Blue Mountains. We talked about this on the show last time with the Scott Villette. I can't say his name. I'm sorry, dude. I can never say his name right. Yeah, from Blue Mountain Bigfoot. And the footage. Why is it escaping me? I one of my favorite pieces of footage, and it looks pretty legit.
I mean,
the guy gets straight up charged by it. He goes and checks it. He doesn't really get charged, but he's like chasing the thing. He's scared out of his mind. You can tell by how he's breathing. He's scared. He's just too sincere to be just a fraud.
You know, I saw one video, and this actually kind of goes back to the YouTuber people. I don't know who the YouTuber was, but he shows other people's videos. And it was one where this guy he had brought his dogs inside, and they were bull mastiffs. And big fucking dogs, right? They're like 200-pound dogs. Mm-hmm. These are not small animals. And he brought them both inside. And what was that?
Someone is knocking on the door knowing that we're filming a live show.
Oh, God.
I don't know who
it's
keeps
a ghost.
doing that. Anyway, continue with your story.
Anywho, so he brings his dog inside in the middle of the night, and he just sees two front-facing, glowing fucking eyes about 7 feet in the air. And should I go get that real quick?
Yeah, go check that door and tell them to bugger off.
Bugger off.
Good Lord. People know we're recording. Anyway. Do, do. Do, do. Do, do. Radio music in the background while we wait for Jack during our live stream. I haven't seen your car keys. Sorry, guys. We are experiencing technical difficulties. People know that we're doing a show. They still knock on doors.
Yeah, they don't care.
No.
They have no
Anyway, back to what you were saying.
Okay. All right. Sorry for those who are listening on radio.
We're going to have to get a studio hidden from where everyone else is at eventually.
In the middle of the woods.
Secret
where we can film
bunker
Bigfoot
studio.
24 hours a day.
No, thank you.
Okay, fine. Anywho, so it was like he was looking at this tree line and he was filming and it was like 7 feet and it was a front facing. This thing was front facing and there was nothing for it to hang off of, so it wasn't something sitting in the trees. And he was just like, I always see these videos. He was talking to me. He's like, I always see these videos where people are like, well, why didn't you go look for it? And he's like, it's fucking dark outside and my dogs are afraid. I'm not fucking going out there, dude. Screw that. No. And so he would go, and he kept like shouting at it and it kept turning to look at him. And it was like, he said it has to, he's like that. Those eyes have to be like 7 feet in the air at least. And there's no branches for it to have hung off of. So he's just like, he's just freaking his house filming it. I'm like, all right, then. There we are.
Emoji for that.
Nice.
Very nice. Anyway.
So, I mean, there are some videos that can be convincing. I just don't believe in Bigfoot. I don't believe in ghosts, though, either. So.
All right. So what about... Okay, so the question you're posing is, are people doing a disservice to the paranormal field by posting these videos on YouTube channels? Is that... Or on just in general?
Just in general. I mean, honestly...
So we're kind of fucking shit up then.
Yeah, we're not great.
We're not.
But we're just talking about it.
We're part of the problem.
Well, no, we're talking about it. We're not
we're
showing supposed real evidence. How is continuing the discussion showing fake bullshit from India?
Like what?
Like, just women in white standing in the middle of the road that are obviously just people they fucking dressed up. Because here's the thing.
I haven't seen that video.
Multiple different videos like that, actually. You get them all over from India. It's like any of them, most of the ones from Mexico. I'm going to say this right now.
Oh, that one where they're in the cemetery or something filming?
Yes.
And they're I don't know if it's from Mexico or whatever, but it's from somewhere else. And they're whispering, and they have their camera out. And there's this person-looking thing hunched over like a gravestone. And then it just happens to turn around and has glowing eyes and starts coming at them, and they just tear ass out of there.
That happens all the time.
There's a lot of those videos, and I'm pretty sure they're not real. Here's the ones that piss me off, are the fucking prankster clown videos.
Oh, God.
Or the prankster zombie videos. Like, it's a really good way to get fucking iced.
I'm just going to tell you right now, if you're dressed up as a clown and you have a fucking knife and you come at me, I'm killing you.
Yeah.
There is not a question.
There was that one where the two guys,
like... not be questioned in this.
The one clown had, like, a mallet or something or a baseball bat, and the guy fucking drew down on him, pulled his firearm out as a CCW carrier, pointed his pistol, and the guy goes, it's just a prank, it's a prank. Oh, really? This isn't a prank.
No, I'm going to shoot you.
I'm going to kill you. Don't move.
I can fucking shoot you right now.
The guy's like, no, look, there's a camera there. He's like, grow the fuck up. And then he like kept the gun on him as he walked away. Like, there's another dude that had the same thing. A group of them got a gun pulled on him, and the guy's calling 911 when the guys are yelling, it's a prank. Shut the fuck up and stay down, or I'll kill you. Like
yeah, fuck you.
Retarded, man. I mean, it's unsafe. It's uncool, and it's stupid to play these stupid pranks.
Why would you put yourself in so much goddamn danger as being like, oh, I'm going to be out in the middle of this fucking cornfield, and I'm going to pull a fucking prank on you. I'm gonna come out dressed as a clown, and I'm going to hold a weapon.
Yeah, it's like the clown epidemic, as they call it, from a few years back. It was like last year or the year before, when people were just dressing up like clowns to fuck with people.
Bozomania.
Like, guys, come on. I'm not scared of clowns. You come at me dressed as a clown, and if you get some kind of weapon, you're getting shit kicked out of you. At the least. And I don't care if your buddy's coming out yelling it's a prank. I'll beat his ass too.
I'm just going to point it to like this. And anyone in a clown suit who thinks they're going to somehow win that fight, you're in a clown suit.
You're going to chase me with those Bobo shoes?
Yeah, I'm just going to fucking trip you and then beat you on the ground.
Seriously.
It's like fighting Chucky. Fuck that. I'm kicking you across the room.
So,
okay.
Ripping your arm off. Back to topic.
Oh no, that's actually pretty close to topic.
It's pretty close.
That's actually dead on topic, because that's what I'm talking about. Is these joke videos or people making supposed real videos.
There was one video that was really intriguing and it was a series of videos where the guy had he was moving out of his house, and this ghost thing kept showing up in the window of his pantry. And he would open it, and months and months later, the guy finally comes out and says, "Oh no, it was fake." and people are sitting there arguing over it, causing a huge firestorm, trying to debunk it or prove it. And the guy is presenting bullshit evidence, and I think it was more of a social experiment than anything else. And it's really kind of annoying because you watch it, and I'm like, there's tons of ways that could be faked, but we don't see what's all around that camera lens. It's like the hotel room one where the guy gets called, security guy gets called.
Yeah, that was the director actually filmed that. There was some guy.
Yeah.
It was like I think he used it for his portfolio or something like that.
Yeah. It was a creepy video, pretty compelling. You actually see something that looks like it's leaving the room.
Yeah.
So they did a really good job with it. It looked legit, and they posted it up as though it was a real video.
Yeah, that's
I don't know if the director guy did or the people involved, but somebody posted up as a real video, and that's a load of horse shit.
Yeah, that's so fucking bullshit. I mean, think about it for a second.
It's cool. It's cool, but don't call it real. It was cool to watch on its own, even if it wasn't real. It was really well done.
Yeah, just put up like this is a filmed video, and people will be like, "Oh, that's cool." But no, the problem is that people will lose interest, and that's why they do that. Is because it's the ideal that if you put real on it, people are going to watch it. People will see it more. People will share it. People will. They're not going to like it just being for a fucking video. Why would they do that? That would just make sense.
There's a huge difference between REAL and REEL, and that's what we're talking about. And it does a disservice to the paranormal community, people that take this seriously, whether you believe it or not. I mean, people are dedicating their entire lives to this, whether it's a goofy venture or not, a bad choice. I mean, there's people that work at McDonald's for 25 years. You know what I mean?
Yep,
like,
I know what you mean.
I'd rather be a professional ghost hunter.
I mean, at what point do you say to yourself, I don't want to work at McDonald's, so now I'm going to make up some stories? Like, there's some videos, like, God, I saw this one that people swear up and down is real, but I was listening to this one guy, God, I can't remember which one it is. I think it's Sir Spooks or something like that. I'm not sure. But they're different YouTubers, and he watched it, and he goes, now this is some haunting evidence.
You were dumping hot ash on my desk.
I am not
in my studio.
I'm not attempting to. It's not my goal.
You have an ashtray right there. Use it. Oh, hi, Nick in chat. Nice to see you. Our wonderful tech guy.
What's up, Nick?
Joined the show.
Love you,
From
man.
a distance. Anyway,
Welcome back.
So,
Welcome
continue with your story.
So, anyways, it's this video of this thing in this asylum or this abandoned hospital, and it comes out and it's crawling. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm not wearing shoes for that. I would so do it for you one day. I will do it for you one day, Dave. Don't you even worry. I will bring it back.
You got a reference for the people that listen to the podcast
sorry,
format.
shoe on
don't see the
head.
chat.
Has that not died out yet? We shall do our best.
Dave's not going to let that die if he can.
No,
He's
he
trying
shall
to
not.
resuscitate that horse.
Him and his glorious beard. Anywho,
Continue.
so any shoe, perfect. The fuck. Anyways, so this thing comes climbing out of a doorway, and it's on all fours, and it starts to, it's screaming and making this god awful sound. And they run from it, and the guy in the video is like, "This is super realistic, except for when you realize that the thing is wearing shoes."
How about the Owlman videos? Have you seen those?
Hold on, I just want to say one thing to the people who made that video. If you ever hear this somehow, at any point in time, if you're going to make a creepy horror thing, take the fucking shoes off.
Yeah, have some consistency in your costume.
At any point, your horrible creature has shoes on. I am no longer afraid. Because I know it has to protect its feet, which means I can punch it in the fucking face. And I will punch it in the fucking face. I will tell any ghost out there that's listening right now, if you're wearing shoes, I'm going to punch you in the fucking face. It's going to happen. If you're listening somehow.
Ethereal
being.
punching.
Just going to punch you in the fucking face if you have to wear shoes.
Okay, continue.
Anyway, sorry. But wait, no, you were going somewhere.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I would highly recommend one YouTube channel for sure, Dark Waters. And he basically just reads stories people send him in. Really cool dude. He's got a great reading voice too. Lots of cool stories. A lot of Dogman stuff. So if you're scared of Dogman,
Oh God, you mentioned it.
if you don't like Dogman, you're not gonna like that.
We don't talk about the dog man.
But he's one of the better YouTube channels out there for that for sure.
Oh God,
And then we had Ansley on, the Spirit Chick, on the show.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
A couple years ago, and she's really cool. She does some cool investigations and stuff.
Yeah.
Check her out for sure.
What's her site?
The Spirit Chick.
Oh, just the Spirit Chick?
It's just the Spirit Chick. Yeah.
Oh, that works out.
We did a whole show on it.
Super easy.
Did a whole interview.
Yeah. Okay. I wasn't there for that one.
Oh, okay. That
Gotta
makes
remember.
sense. You didn't even watch
I
it.
was not here for 11. Bro.
It was like the first season.
I don't watch any of these. Do you think I want to see what I've been saying and how I've been acting? Because then I'd be like,
no,
oh God, people see that. It's on the internet forever.
Yeah, unfortunately, some of us have to watch it.
God. But why?
Oh God, don't Skype call the show right now. Bad idea.
Yeah, please don't do that.
Plus, I don't have it set up on OBS right now.
Yes, thank you. Anyway, so you know, you got things like you get Danger Dolan, you got Sir Spooks, and you got different things like. But I don't know if these are such good things. Like if you get the ones that come from like Mexico, and those are just generally bullshit. I'm just gonna say that right now. That okay. Anyways, thank you, chat, Dave and chat. I don't know if I would be okay with that, but
I'm going to take chat
why
screen
not?
away from you if you don't stop and continue with what you're saying.
Anyways, so I'm just going to go out on a limb, and I'm just going to say any of the videos from Mexico are bullshit. I don't care if it's actually a ghost and it grabs a fucking camera and
What
it's like,
about-
I am a real ghost,
what
and
about
then
the
puts its
goblin
head
videos?
through the camera. No. Who is afraid of fucking goblins?
Well, I didn't say I was afraid of it. I just said, what about the goblin video?
Fake.
Why would you say that?
Because what the fuck?
Why? Why are
What the-
goblins so
Okay,
unrealistic? to
first
you when
off,
everything
you're
else we
faster
talk
than
about
fucking
is-
goblins. They're like 1 foot tall. You can outrun that shit in half a beat. You can catch that fucker, pick him up, and be like, look, everybody, goblins. But instead, they're like, oh, God, let's run away from the tiny
How do you
human.
know it's not real? How do you
Look,
know
I
those
don't
videos
run
are fake?
away from fucking, what is it, the vertically challenged, a.k.a. Dwarfs. I don't run from them. I'm not going to run from a fucking goblin, okay? So, no, goblins are not real.
Just because you're not scared of them doesn't make them not real, bro.
No, it's not that I'm scared of them. It's why the fuck do people run from them? When you got 6 grown-ass men sitting around and a fucking goblin starts to creep across the road, you look at it for a second, it's a fucking goblin. We should catch that. We could sell that shit. That's why I know it's fake, because Mexico, they're going to pick that up and sell that shit to a circus for $1 million, okay? That is the reality of the situation. They ain't doing it. It's not real.
I don't think it's that simple.
It is that fucking simple. Okay.
What about the fairy videos? You on the same boat with those?
What fucking fairy videos?
Oh, there's tons of fairy videos out
I
there.
have never seen a fairy video.
You don't YouTube enough.
Wait, aren't goblins technically fairies?
No, I don't
Yeah,
think so.
they're part of the fae,
No, because
just like
they're
leprechauns.
not Irish.
But goblins are
No,
generally fairy creatures.
I don't think so.
I am scared of that video game. Thank you, Nick and chat. Ghosts and Ghouls is terrifying.
It's the other way around.
Ghouls and Ghosts?
Uh-huh.
No, isn't Ghosts and
Typed
Ghouls
it
the
wrong.
first one?
Mm-mm.
The one for Ness was Ghosts and Ghouls, wasn't it?
Ghosts and goblins. Ghouls and ghosts. Anyway, continue.
Oh, well, whatever. Anyways.
So,
anyway.
back to topic.
I'm doing my best to stay on fucking topic.
You're the one that wanted to do this.
You know what? You just
This was
stop
your-
giving me shit.
This was your episode. This is
I
time
have
to
done
shine.
fantastic so far. Okay, you need to back up.
yeah, you're not doing too bad, except for insulting all the people that believe in anything paranormal.
I am not
on YouTube.
insulting people. These things could possibly exist. I'm just saying, me personally, my opinion, they don't exist. It's like, okay, so I want to talk about now. I want to hit on what Bridget was saying. She mentioned Ghost Adventures. I want to hit on that. How is that good for the community?
Zach Baggins? I
Yeah.
don't think it matters if it's good for the community.
How is that good for anybody? If that's
It's
real or
entertainment.
fake? I mean, it's not. It's not real. It's
Made him a
not.
lot
It's
of
not
money.
real.
How do you know?
The only thing that he's even came close to that I thought might possibly be real is the Demon House, and he tore that shit to the ground. And that's the only reason I believe in it, is because he spent the money to raise that shit.
I don't know, dude.
He
not
said,
gonna go out and say
"I'm
he's
done
not
with
real."
it. It's in my nightmares, and I'm gonna break that building."
Well, that house had a history before that, though, that has a bunch of people that verified it.
Oh, a long history. That's why I said it's the only one that even slightly makes me think that there's reality there.
Dude, I'm telling you, there was doctors, there was law enforcement people that saw
Social
that-
services.
Yeah, that have stories of this kid running backwards up a wall and flipping over them. A little kid.
Maybe they're just like Michael Jackson. They've just been training really well.
Oh God, don't
It's
say
like a
that
really
name
shitty
here.
Jackson 5.
He we don't speak of.
Oh God.
Better than R. Kelly, who just pissed on everybody. Fucking. Anyway,
Anyway.
so yeah, I don't know if it
No,
does a
we've lost the
disservice,
plot.
man. Otherwise, how would this stuff get out there? So what, would you relegate it just to schools and like lecture circuits, or
No, it's not real. Don't freak people out over it.
Well, you're just talking about the ones that they're saying are real that aren't, though. What about the ones that people think are real that are possibly real?
Show me one. Show me one. I literally just told you the only thing I think that's ever made me think that this is real is one thing, and that's that goddamn documentary. And that was it.
So what's so fake about everything else then? That's my question. How do you know it's fake?
First off,
Here we go. Wax poetic, good sir.
I'm about to wax
Be a
poetic
philosophizer.
all over your face.
Disgusting.
It is pretty disgusting. Okay. If at any point in time, people who hunted ghosts thought that shit was real or demons, they're not going into those fucking places.
Why? If they don't
If they
feel
can
like they can
actually do, if they could actually do what they say they can do, they're not fucking going in there.
Well,
Your
I don't know
natural
about
instinct, the animal inside of you, your id, will always stop you from doing something so fucking stupid.
that. No, it won't. I can tell you from experience.
It will.
It
Because
won't.
you've never actually seen a demon or a ghost.
I have.
Fake.
I have seen
Hashtag
demonic
fake news.
things, and I have been into places that I felt were very dangerous. People fucking skydive all the time. What, you think they're not? They think gravity's not real?
Of course it's not. They're this flat. There's no moon.
Jesus, here we go. There is a moon. The Earth isn't flat. We've known about this since fucking
hold on.
like 41 BC.
Okay, let me put it like this: the odds of survival from jumping from a plane is a momentary fear, right? It's a momentary fear. You know,
Not if your
you don't
parachute
know
isn't
if you'll make
fucking
it per
open.
se. You don't know if you'll make it per se, but the chances are high that you're going to make it. What do you think your chances of going into a place where a fucking demon who can throw things, kill you, possess you, harm your family is? What do you think the chances of that are? Because if you get it like gum, as they say you do, on your fucking foot, you're never getting rid of it, and it's going to follow your ass home and hurt your family.
From my experience
doing
with
that?
these things, whether you want to believe it or not, that's not how it fucking works.
Who's
So-
doing it if they think that it's real and it
Oh,
works
don't get me
that
wrong.
way?
I didn't go seek anything out though like that. If I thought it was something like that, I wouldn't go looking for it.
Well, that's my point.
I know people
no one's
that do.
going to go look for that intelligently.
I know people that do. I wouldn't say it's intelligent per se. But
They're always trying to find something. That's one of the
people want
biggest
answers,
problems with
man.
this
It's-
individual thing.
It's
is
why
people are like,
science exists. People want fucking answers. And so yeah, these people are doing this. Not all of them are fake. Some of them think it could be real and they don't know for sure. They want to find out if it's real. And most of this isn't people looking for demons, it's people looking for ghosts and trying to figure out what happens to us after we fucking die, if anything.
You know,
And with the Bigfoot thing, I mean, people are always looking for scientific discoveries anyway. Just because science says, oh, the majority of
Everybody wants
science,
the
not
next
all of
link.
science, says,
Everybody
oh,
wants to find
fuck
that
this,
link.
this isn't real, doesn't mean it's not real.
I mean, okay, hold on. First off, Bigfoot easily verifiably not real. It doesn't exist.
How-
We
no,
don't
how-
see
how
them.
do you-
We don't
how
have
do you say that?
real footage of them. People don't see them. People see something out in the wilderness that freaks them out, and
I
they just
see.
assume.
You can't just say that like that and brush away all the eyewitness accounts. You remember that swamp ape picture we saw that we
Okay.
looked at? That was pretty legit looking fucking photograph.
Yes,
And we even
Patterson
analyzed the
Gimli
shit out of it.
way back when could make a suit that was roughly the same.
No, the suit was completely different. This had actual facial
Yeah.
features, and you saw the facial muscle
and
movement.
you can buy things that do that.
You
and you
could,
have been able to for
but
years now.
Even people analyzing this, people that are much more educated than us on animals, were looking at it saying, "No, this is a legit creature." We
And
don't know
if
exactly
your
what it is.
entire field and you make money off of it is to say this is real, you're gonna fucking say it's real.
Well, a lot of people are saying things are possible and not saying it's real. You're just assuming everyone's saying it's real.
I'm just gonna tell you like this: I'm not walking into a house that is potentially haunted. Not
But you
because
just said it's all fake.
even if it is fake, something's happening in that house, which means maybe animals or creepy homeless people.
Dude, if you're that scared of
Not
animals
walking
and
into it.
bums, I don't know what to tell you. You need to live somewhere
I
other than
also
Humboldt
don't need
County.
to go in. It's not that I'm scared of it; it's that I just don't need to go in there.
I don't know. You went on that thing with me.
Okay, well, we knew that was clear, and I saw nothing, and I heard nothing.
See,
I
now you're
felt
saying
nothing.
felt nothing. Okay, see, you don't believe in ghosts, but you think you're psychic. Is that what this is?
No, but if it's supposedly you feel something touch you, or it gets colder or something, I was perfectly fine the whole time.
Yeah, I didn't have any sense of danger, even knowing the history of the house.
Yeah, there was nothing there that I felt. There was no experience for me in any way. The thing is I guess I could say that it's not impossible. It's improbable that these things are real. I would say that I would always lean towards it being just not real. I'm not saying it's impossible. I mean, I've seen some shit that's impossible all the time.
So what we want to do is issue a challenge to everyone out there and people that know people. So guys, spread this and share this, and it'll help the show too. We want to prove Jack wrong. We want to see some evidence, video evidence at least. So we need you guys to send us evidence to show Jack that there are things that he's not going to be able to just say, okay, that ain't real.
I'm going to tell you one thing, though.
I want to see that.
I'm going to say one thing. I have talked about my experiences on this show, and I will say those are things I cannot explain.
See, that's why I'm like, dude, why are you like poo-pooing it when you've had your own encounters and experiences?
Because just because I can't explain it doesn't mean something didn't happen there.
I think your problem is with the video aspect of it and the putting it up on media. I think that's your big hang-up is you think that first of all, you don't trust people very much.
No, I have like almost no trust.
So that's probably
in
a
other
big part
people.
of it. you're kind of curmudgeon to other folks. So that might be a big part of this whole none of it's real thing.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So
Yeah.
I try to approach things more
my
objectively.
own thing. I could say that I definitely felt there's something there. So I'm always objective of it, but the thing is, something could have happened.
Well, see, yeah, that's why I'm not going to negate what other people are doing unless it's very, very obvious. There's some things that are just super obviously fake, and there's some things that are questionable. And the questionable ones are the ones you look at and go, okay, well, maybe.
Well, that's why I always say, like, that's why I was saying in the beginning was I don't like videos that are like, oh, maybe this is real, but we're going to put the real tag on it because it'll get people to watch.
Well, maybe maybe there should be a possibly tag, a possibly ghosts. Unexplained.
I will say
unexplained.
There are some really cool videos out there.
Yeah.
Really fucking cool videos.
And I don't like the ones that are obviously like they're faking it to make money or to get attention. That bugs me. Some of it's well done, and I appreciate the artistry behind it, but
yeah,
artistry.
I appreciate the effort put into it,
but I don't appreciate the trying to just fuck with people.
Yeah, just trying to pull one over so that people do.
And that's part of it too, because the people that have seen something legitimately, you're doing them a big disservice by putting out fake content like that and saying it's real.
Yeah. I mean, you do. You'll discredit. You just
obviously
discredit people immediately, and you cause people like me who are just naturally untrusting of other humans,
cynical and
cynical. I'm cynical of cynicism.
Angry old man.
I'm cynical of cynicism.
So
it's in and of itself.
It's like we had that story that was shared, today. That was pretty cool. It was awesome of them to share it. I don't have an explanation for what it would have been or what it is.
I mean,
but it has all the elements of a demonic style thing with the Wahaji board.
I'm just going to say this. If shit that people say is happening, your response isn't to A, stay in the building. It isn't B, to not call someone for help. And that's my opinion of it. Is you're not just going to stay.
I don't think so, dude. I mean,
why would people hold on, YouTubers that explore haunted places, supposedly, right? Or they do haunting videos. What about Dan Bell? What about the proper people? These guys go into real abandoned hospitals, real abandoned places that are terrifying as shit. They're not horror YouTubers. They never see anything, and they never come. Yeah, they never see anything. And I've seen urbexers that go into amusement parks that are busted down and old and decrepit, and it's an amazing thing to see.
Here's the thing, though: you're putting yourself in absolute possible danger doing that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. Is these guys see nothing?
Element.
Nothing they see. They hear nothing. They either see other people or they just there's nothing there. There's just them exploring.
Lots of creepy stories of urbexers coming across things that were really terrifying.
I mean, terrifying. Hold on. Terrifying is always going to be subjective
and inexplicable.
Because when you're in a situation where you are in an abandoned building and it gets nighttime because you didn't get out in time, or you're just spending the whole time exploring and you're not afraid of being in there in the dark, and you see some shit or you start hearing things, it could be animals, it could be rats, it could be anything.
It could be monsters.
No, it couldn't.
It could. It could be monsters. It could be ghosts. It could be a fucking bear.
It could be a bear.
It could be a mangy bear.
Could be a mangy
walking on its
bear.
hind legs and has a thirst for human blood.
They do those.
And carries a gun.
They do that. They carry guns too.
And a club.
They do that too.
I'm sure of it.
All of them have little known fact lasers.
No,
fucking laser beams.
I'm not going to say that it's all fake, man. I just can't. I got to approach it objectively.
Okay. I'm just saying right now, if at any given time you have urbexers that are just hundreds of videos, the proper people and Dan Bell, they have, I'd have to say together, they probably have like 100 videos or more. I don't actually know how many videos they have. But even if they don't have 100, how many buildings have they explored where the only thing they've experienced is other people?
Okay, so what about that video of the dude that was going out and he goes and he checks out mines and tests out flashlights, does reviews?
Fake.
Why do you think that's a fake video? I think it's an absolutely true
video.
The
swinging chain and then the talking?
Yeah.
Okay, first off, I can explain one of those videos. His second video where there was that loud talking, he heard, he was like, what the fuck is that?
That's the only time he's ever done a video like that. He does.
It's clearly a fucking radio of someone above ground. Someone above ground is talking on something, and that is a siren.
Like that to me, dude.
So it was obviously, if you listen, it was a siren, and it was someone talking on the speaker
in the middle of the night, just going.
If it was above a road, he could have been above houses.
He was in a mine, well underground. You don't hear the world above you when you're in a fucking mine shaft.
They have ventilation shafts.
Not like that.
And if there's piping there somewhere, and depending on what location,
over that mine.
Was it a mine though? Are you
Yeah,
sure?
it was an abandoned mine. You see the guy go into it. He does
Mhm.
reviews and checks out abandoned mines. And it's the only time he's ever come across anything that scared him.
That video just sounded like someone
No,
basically
this is
kicking
his-
on a radio and a
this guy
dispatcher talking to
consistently
someone and then
goes
an
in. It's
ambulance.
the only time he's had a video where
It made me
that
think of
kind
an
thing's happened.
ambulance.
Well, I should say only time. As far as I know, the only time it's ever happened.
It
is
just
in
sounded
that
like
video.
someone talking on an ambulance.
It doesn't make any sense. There was no ambulances.
Or someone talking on a speaker, a dispatcher talking to someone on
No,
a fire
it
engine or an ambulance or something like that. That's what it sounded like to
It
me.
didn't sound like that at all.
It sounded exactly like that to me.
It
And
sounded
those
like
whispers
wind
are
picking up
easily
and whispering.
those whispers are easily patched in on a later time.
No, because the guy's reaction was too clear to it. It was reacting with him. The sound was reacting with his reaction. Watch it again, man. Like I'm
I guess
telling
I'll
you,
have to.
you'll have to watch it with the headset on so you can actually hear what's going on.
Yeah, that might be
That makes a
necessary.
big difference.
I have
Because
a
trying
good
to listen
headset
to it
I'll
through
listen to.
speakers is a little difficult.
I have a really nice headset I'll put on and go fucking just check that sound up and hear it. But I'm just telling you right now, even that video, I don't know.
It's only. Why would he make one fake video?
Because it gets people to look at your site.
People are
Look
already
at your
following it.
YouTube. More people will follow.
He had a big enough background where he was getting sponsorships.
Well,
so.
Dan Bell's done one or two or a video like that, but I don't know if it's real. I doubt it. Something he couldn't explain. I don't remember exactly what it was.
Well, see, you just talked about how good this guy was. Now you're talking. Well, he has an unexplained video, so obviously it's fake. Like, come on.
Yeah, but come on, people do that because they get viewers.
Look, the ones that happen all the time, the ones that go out and every video they do has something consistently going on, that is a little questionable to me.
Yeah.
If every
Consistently.
inspection and every investigation you do at every place you go to comes up with something, it's a little more questionable. Look at guys like Josh Gates, who's pretty legit. He goes out and he gets some weird stuff, and it's not all the time.
Legit?
Sometimes he gets nothing, but he's legit.
Maybe. But fear sells. People want to
It
be
does.
scared.
That's no joke there, man. It's part of the escapism. They want to experience it without having to experience it.
People want to believe in something, and so they're going to believe in whatever they want to believe in. And if people want to believe in ghosts, then that's what'll sell.
I think you're missing other elements too. The amount of money to be made in this, because there is money to be made, is sometimes worth risking your life for. So yeah, maybe that's the perspective you should take with it. Maybe folks need money.
How are you risking your life faking a ghost video?
I said not faking. I mean the ones that aren't faking it. So you have to approach this in a way that's not just saying everyone's faking it, or you shut your mind down too much, and you're not open to anything happening.
I am open to things happening. The problem is I'm pure skeptical. I've never really truly seen anything that I can't at least marginally maybe make an excuse for in my head.
We thought the giant squid didn't exist. We got those on video.
Okay, well,
Is that
did
video
we?
fake too? Yes, it's real.
Did we?
Yes, there's real video.
What have I told
giant
you?
Squid in the
The
wild.
T-Rex wasn't real.
Well, it's dead now. So
What have I told you? What have I told you? It didn't exist the way they say it does.
What about the coelacanth? They thought that was extinct. They're not. We have lots of those on video.
Can't remember what a coelacanth is.
An ancient prehistoric fish. that's
Oh,
still
was it
around.
that hideous fucking
It's
fish?
a big fucking
Big ugly
fish.
fucker?
Yeah, they
I
found
love
it
that
in
thing.
fish markets in like Madagascar or something
Yeah.
because they thought it was extinct, and somebody came across one.
Actually, we just found a panther. The sky panther, the cloud panther, they thought was dead. They thought it had gone extinct, but that's some bitch. They found a bunch of them.
Someone recently had some pretty good video that think it's a Tasmanian tiger too.
But that thing was also extinct, according to science, in a remote place where almost no one goes, and they found the fucker. But we can't find Bigfoot.
Well, they've also got more footage of black panthers showing up in England.
Okay, well, that is not a remote location, and that's happening. Why can't we find Bigfoot?
Well, you're saying we can't because you're saying all the videos are fake.
Okay, first off,
So-
you've not shown me a video that is super real.
For how many people do you think hang out in that deep of woods in this country? Not a lot.
I do it all the time.
Not that deep. I know for a fact you do not
Hundreds
go
of miles.
that deep into the woods.
Every day. Drive about 200 miles
No.
into the woods.
No. Look, I've been that deep in the woods.
Into the woods.
When you get out that deep, there's not a whole lot of people. There's not a lot of places where people are hanging out all the time. There's plenty
Damn
of
it.
opportunity for species to exist and us not run into it very often.
Okay, yeah, I get that part, but if people are seeing it, they're seeing it.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm sure a lot of it's mistaken identity.
But-
It's easily, but I'm not saying it's not real because it's unlikely that someone's seen it, or that some of the videos are going to be faked, and that some of the videos might be real. You're approaching it too
Something is happening on my phone constantly.
full on with it. You're not giving it any kind of air.
I will grant you that I am way too fucking skeptical. I am way too skeptical. But I feel like no one's brought real proper evidence to me that makes me think that it's real.
I think part of your problem is the amount of volume of these videos that's out there, because there's a ton of these videos.
I spend hours a day watching these things just to try to find one. Just one. That even remotely makes me think.
Yeah, but you watch a few that are super fake, and then you see one that's kind of questionable, and then you normally, if you started with that one, you'd be like, okay, so maybe it is real. But instead, you've watched so many fake ones that are obvious. You finally find one that might be even real. You're just oversaturated with bullshit that you're just like, yeah, I'm not going to give this a chance.
I guess that's true. I could see that. That's actually a good argument.
That's what a lot of people do about this kind of stuff, man.
It's actually a really good argument.
That's how skepticism exists.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, for me, if you get some videos that are interesting, but the ones that are like in abandoned places, I don't know how I feel about those.
Well, it's like we talked about the Owlman thing a little bit.
I don't remember the Owlman.
Okay, so the Owlman video is a dude that dresses up as an Owlman. It's this creepy looking costume. Obviously a costume. But when you're urbexing and you're out in an abandoned hospital and there's suddenly a creepy doll out of nowhere, and this place is riddled with hidden cameras you don't know are there, and then you start hearing this doll talk to you as you walk towards it, sitting on a chair in the middle of the hallway, and then behind you there's this fucking giant owl man coming at you. It's gonna fuck with you. If you see that shit in a parade walking down the street or on Halloween, you're not gonna look at it twice. You see this shit in that scenario?
Yeah, you're already on edge because you're worried about someone actually being there, and then you see
you're
that
in
shit.
danger where you're at.
Well, it's like
a fact.
Like someone posted a picture of a creepy doll sitting on a bed, and it's like, and she was, I can't remember what her damn thing was, but it was, she said she would leave, and my comment was, I would call someone to turn the lights off for me.
Wow.
I'd be like, wow, it's fucking creepy. Hey, could you come get these lights for me real quick? Why? No, nothing big. No reason. I just want you to see something real quick. Come here.
Come up here.
It's cool. Don't worry about it. It's just don't worry, and then shove them in the room and close the fucking door and see what happens.
I finally saw the trailer for the new Child's Play movie.
I like how someone said, like, in it, it's like, there's something wrong with Chucky. And my friend told me that, and she's like, there's something wrong with Chucky. I'm like, what? And she's like, that's what the trailer says. And I was like, well, that's a fucking understatement.
Yeah, there is something wrong with Chucky. It's Jack Black.
What?
Something very wrong with Chucky. That's what it looks like in the fucking preview.
Oh, God.
I could be wrong. I didn't pay that much attention to it, but it looks like it's more technological based and demonic based in this one.
Maybe that'll give it more of an excuse.
That's just what it looks like. I don't know if that's an accurate statement.
What do you know? What really pisses? And this is about to be a segue out of our topic because we're going to talk about Child's Play for just a second because we're nearing the end. And we might as well just talk about this real quick. What pissed me off about Chucky is that in the original story, he was a doll.
Yeah.
Like no, a doll, legitimately a doll.
Yes.
He could be hurt like a doll. He weighed a doll. He wasn't super strong. And no one thought pick his ass up and tear an arm off.
I think that the surprise of the doll coming to life and fucking with you is enough for people to go, oh shit, I'm surprised, startled.
Any people out there who are going to take over a doll and come at me with that doll.
Come at me, bro.
Come at me, bro.
Doll hands.
You come at me with your little doll hands because I promise you, I'm going to tear them off and I'm going to pin your ass to a wall with a knife. And I'm going to leave you there as an interesting discussion topic.
Did you actually watch Annabelle?
No. Why would I watch that shit?
I didn't either. That doll.
Did Lorraine Warren pass away? Is that what
she did? Lorraine Warren passed away.
Well, now I'm about to insult her memory horribly.
Don't. We're not gonna talk about the Warrens right now. Too close. We're not gonna talk about it. Okay. We're gonna wait a while before we broach on that topic. The wounds are too fresh. I don't know the people, so I can't comment openly.
You should never insult frauds directly after their deaths. It's always terrible.
Can you not?
It's always, can I know
You're gonna get us sued.
Quiet boy, you want to get sued?
Oh my god. Looks like trash as good as the new Hellboy in chat. Yeah, no shit. That looks like a...
Ron Perlman is fucking Hellboy. You end the series with Ron Perlman or you never... You know what pisses me off? Was that it was Benicio del Toro, I think, did the first ones. I think it was Del Toro did the first ones. Guillermo del Toro did the first ones. And all that Ron Perlman wanted, all that he wanted to be Hellboy again, which would have been a beautiful fucking situation. All they wanted was Del Toro to come back. That was it. and he was already on the originals.
Did Ron
Anyways,
Perlman actually turn that down?
yeah, he turned that shit down because they wouldn't bring Del Toro back. So instead of making another movie after the Golden Army, which would have been amazing,
They just reboot the entire
they
franchise.
rebooted the fucking franchise just because they didn't want Del Toro on it. That is pathetic. He's an amazing person. Those two were great fucking movies. I love them to this day. And Ron Perlman is one of my all-time favorite actors.
I don't know if I'd say
and
great
you can go to
movies.
fucking hell
I don't know if I'd say
for not
great.
fucking picking him up. Okay, you can go to hell.
Yeah, I don't know about great.
Oh my god, those were good
They were
movies.
okay.
They were good movies. I
They
can
were-
still
they were
watch those
decent.
to this day.
Yeah, you can watch them. There's nothing else on, but I'm not going to turn that on over something else.
Guillermo did a great job. Don't
I didn't say he didn't. I just said I wasn't into it as much. As
God rest
some
his living
people
soul.
were. Anyway, God rest his living soul. Is that how this works now? So let's recap this episode. You've insulted all the paranormal media people. You've insulted everyone that could possibly sue me. You've insulted Lorraine Warren. You claimed that nothing is real and then had to retract a little bit on your statement on everything you said. You've had to go back on it a little bit.
Some of it, a little bit there.
And you're a huge fan of Hellboy. Okay.
Huge
good.
fan of Hellboy.
Got it.
Great.
Got it. Is there anybody
You're
else you want to
great.
pick a fucking fight with while we're on this episode? Because
Well,
I was kidding. Don't.
The Rock with Ron Swanson's face on his head looks way better.
Oh my god, I saw
Just a
that
thought.
post. That's just terrible.
Just a thought.
He can actually kick your ass.
I would gladly let The Rock kick my ass.
It's not a matter
I
of
wouldn't have to let him, of course. Yeah, I don't think I've seen some of his workout, and I'm pretty sure that I am not fucking capable of even like looking at him with him just like winking and breaking my bone,
Yeah.
just breaking my fucking arm.
Anyway.
I saw him do some lifts, and they were like, I have no idea what they were, but I can only like say that it was a very, very his poor wife. He was lifting with his fucking hips, and it had to be like 400 pounds. I was like, Jesus Christ, that has got to be a horrible situation in the bedroom, because he must go hard.
Oh god, dude. What with that? I gotta go to bed because I gotta work at 3 a.m.
Perfect.
Good job, Sparky.
I do my best. I did my best.
Definitely cringe-inducing. All right, guys, we'll catch you soon. Don't forget to like, follow, share, subscribe. You got to like the page, too, if you haven't done that already.
Yes, please.
Don't forget to share. That's a big deal, too. And check us out all over where the podcasting formats are. We're on Spotify now, too.
We are on Spotify?
We're on Spotify. We're
When
on
did we get on
Stitcher.
Spotify?
We're on iTunes. I think we're on iHeartRadio, too.
When did we get on Spotify?
A week or two ago.
Sweet. Check us out, guys.
Yeah.
Download us, listen to us on your, on your breaks.
Give us some love.
Yeah, just send it up. Get it up.
Leave nice messages even for episodes like this nightmare. Jesus.
I had fun.
I'm glad you had fun.
Apparently,
The
I'm just way
lawyers
too
start hitting me
damn
with cease and
skeptic.
desist orders and
Look, these are all just opinions. These opinions do not what's the term? They do not reflect the real or the
views of
Vanishing Gates and Jay. Send your lawyers to Jack. Are you Jack and Vanishing Gates?
at gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
Anyway, guys, thanks for sharing, liking,
It's 2 G's and
following,
vanishing.
subscribing. We'll catch up with
Vanishing
you guys
Gates.
later.
2 G's. Like 2 G's.
Killing me, dude.
Killing you?
Killing me to death.
I don't know how. Goodbye, everybody. Good